Yes, in Hong Kong, the human rights violation is very exclusive. That is that Chinese government or even the Hong Kong government, we say that Hong Kong government, which is just fully controlled by Chinese government, is totally violated Hong Kong people's human rights. First, they having not everywhere of police brutality. Everyone, including me, or every single young people, including me, have been fully having a violence arrestment that put it into the police station for over 40 hours, which is not necessary to do so. In that 46 hours, I get into the police station and I could not have any contact with my parents, with my lawyer, and with others. I could do is just go to the toilet, having a drink in order to maintain my body, to be alive, and this is all. And this time I'm going to Geneva to order to join the Human Rights Council in the UN. And I would like to speak out the Hong Kong situation now. And the main purpose is that to save the 12 Hong Kong people which is now detained by Chinese government in the mainland China. We lost them for nearly 1 month, and still now they are still missing. So it has been to take an announcement to the United States, and then to get us or grant me to have a contact with those 12 Hong Kong people. That's my main purpose. And China always said that Taiwan is their own part, but actually it doesn't. Starting from the war which happened in the last 100 years, and Taiwan is just having their own culture, having their own thoughts, and even they have the thing that Chinese government will never give their people, that is the democracy and the freedom. In Taiwan, you could have without any limitation on the internet. You could access to the internet on Western world or even the Middle East world. But in China, or maybe afterwards Hong Kong may also be like that, and you could not access the internet with outside China. So you may only could see the media, which is only assigned by the Chinese government, and this is totally different. And then we are always said that Chinese people are having their own language, but it's just in the pronunciation or in just some place or in the word, they are look like as Taiwan's people saying or greeting, but actually they are not the same. I would like to clear that Taiwan and China is totally different, and as a country, they are two countries. Yeah. Of course, in China, there is no freedom of speech. There is no freedom of religion. There and of course, as I said, they have no freedom to access the outside internet. They are totally violated, which the Universal Declaration of Human Rights said. But in Taiwan, they are totally settled. They are totally having their own democracy. Of course, it has been paid by some cost. It have been people being dead. There have been people which are suppressed. But finally, they have their own democracy. This is totally different. And the human rights, of course, in Taiwan is also having some other discrimination and having some human rights problem that is still happening. For example, their salary is totally very low level, especially for the fresh grad. But these problems are still keep government have their own force to solve these kind of problems. But the Chinese government, even not to think to solve, but to solve the problem of the people who think out of that. If Hong Kong people have the right to choose their own place for leaving Hong Kong, I think people mainly would go to the Asia area, especially the Taiwan and the Japan, I think. Because firstly, those two places are really having their own freedom, having their own system of the democracy. People could choose what they want in political means or in any other means. But for me, as an example, I love Japanese, I love the language, I love the animation, I love the comics, so I would like to choose Japan. And of course, the dramatically and is having a linear distance, so that maybe one time I could able to back to Hong Kong by so-called independence or any other means. And this because at this moment I still would like to get back to Hong Kong, um, even Hong Kong is such a so badly controlled, and this is my home place, and I could not live in it. But I could use any other means to help Hong Kong to back to the years of the British colony, or back to the year that we are living so happy. We are having freedom. We are having at least we are the acceptable democracy. After the establishment of the national security law, people in Hong Kong could not do any other things, could not fight for freedom anymore. We understood, so that the people, Hong Kong people, Hong Konger, in which who are living in outside Hong Kong, such as like me, and such as like other watching this video of the you, or so please stand up and stand with Hong Kong and fight for the freedom in Hong Kong, and also the fight for the freedom for the other place which is also suppressed by the government, by the non-democracy nations. I hope I could see you on the next events, or I could see you on the SNS, that you are still fighting for the Hong Kong and for the other suppressed nations. Thank you.